Okay, it's late in the day, and the sun is getting ready to start going down. Probably here in about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. Maybe, we'll see. Well, what I did today is I cleaned the kitchen floor and I cleaned this living room floor. Now, I didn't go behind all the furniture in this living room. I wasn't going to kill myself trying to do that, but I got, the main part of it. I do like a clean house. And I swept and smopped the trail I have through that junk room. That's what I did. And I washed a few dishes. And I fed the cats. And I crocheted 10 of those white blocks for that Christmas throw I want to make. So I have done 50 something of them, or right at 50, something like that. Of them, I need to make about 15 more to make sure I have enough. Yeah. I'll go try to make maybe 17 of them. And if I have one or two or three left over, it's no big deal. You save those for another project. So, yesterday, I only crocheted 2 of those little squares because most of yesterday I wound up some yarn balls, and some of them was real tangled, and I had to untangle them, and I had to put, I think it was 3 or 4 of them in those mesh bags in the washing machine, wash them on gentle cycle, and then I dried them in the dryer in that mesh bag. Had to get them clean. They had so much dirt in them. My God, it was awful. It's like they was just sitting out under a carport for a long time. The dirt blowing everywhere. God. Whew. But I washed them and they got clean. Came clean. And so I've got a whole tub. See that tub over there? That whole tub over there is a tub. What I wound up, all that I wound up, and this right here. And now I'm gonna have to untangle that mess of yarn right there. That's a mess. And I wound up some of those balls in that shelf over there. See some of them balls are wound up. I did quite a bit yesterday of that. I was kind of surprised I did so much, but I know that my back and my neck was hurting for a long time. Yeah, I went to bed a little bit earlier than usual, than I have been lately, last night. And I went to sleep after a while. Not right away, but after a while I did. And I slept pretty good. And had the weirdest dreams you never saw. weird, weird dreams. And it's always dreams that have a lonesome feel to them, like I'm looking for, I'm looking for my husband or my mom and dad, and I'm hundreds of miles away. I'm trying to get to the town where they live, and I have to walk everywhere. I have to walk from town to town. Nobody offers me a ride, and if somebody does, I say no. I say no. Ain't no boogeyman gonna pick me up. So I just keep going. I see all kinds of places. Mila. Mila. Look at that girl doll. She's just a baby. Where's Lily Mae? I don't know. Oh, my husband has Lily in there in the bedroom with him. He took her on in there. She likes him a lot, but she kind of sticks close to me. She's used to, see, her master was a man, and she's used to being, and so she really likes my husband because he's a man. She gets real happy when she's around him, but she feels secure with me because I watch after her, and I make sure she eats some food and drinks some water, because she's scared to do anything because Mila keeps jumping on her. But this has only been, I think, day 3, so it may take several days. It may take a while. We're not giving up because we have to keep Lily. We have to keep Lily. Just like we have to keep Mila. We're in for it. We're in for the long haul with these 2 dogs. Can you imagine? Let me get a drink of water. I was going to say, can you imagine really seeing the Lord Jesus face to face in real life? Seeing him face to face, literally. Someday we're going to. I can't imagine it. It's awesome to me. It's awesome. It blows my mind. I think about the Lord Jesus. I think about heaven. I think about Mom and Dad and Granny, my Granny. Every day, I think about it. In heaven. I got my husband to help me take a shower this evening. I asked him if he would, and he did. It was nice of him, and I appreciate it, because he really don't have patience to do things like that. He don't have the patience for that sort of thing for some reason, even though he is a people person. But he was nice about it. You know, he helped me with rinsing me off, and he scrubbed my back for me. And he scrubbed my feet for me, and that helped. So I was able to finish up the rest. Sitting on that chair, that bath chair, I like it. It's got that back on it, and it's comfortable enough. And I turned that chair around where the back of it is against where the faucets are. See? So I sat there with my back to the faucets, and the shower head, I had it positioned where it would come right down on my head. So I just sat there and took my time washing my hair real good and rinsing it real good. It didn't wear me out because I wasn't standing up all that time while I was doing all this with my arms and my hands, scrubbing my scalp. It'll wear you out. I've been trying to balance showing affection to Mila and showing affection to Lily. So I've got my hands full. Got my hands full because I want Lily to know that she's loved. I don't want to neglect her. She is a sweet, lovable dog. Of course, Mila's my favorite. I can't help it. Mila's my darling little girl. My darling little girl. She's a darling. Darling baby girl. Look at that darling baby girl. Look at that darling baby girl. What you think about that? Well, I'm still taking this every day. I can't tell if I've lost any weight at all or not. So I'm assuming I haven't. Although it does look like my knees are not quite so big, rounded fat here lately as they usually are. Looks like my knees have shrunk a little bit. I hope so. God, my knees got so fat they looked awful. They looked like one of those retro baby dolls. They'll have those little fat rolls around their elbows and fat rolls around their ankles and fat rolls around their wrists, real fat chubby cheeks, and a fat belly. And their hands and their fingers and their toes look realistic. Pretty good for way back then when they made them. And technology wasn't near what it is now. They made some pretty dolls back then. But I like dolls, but I don't need them. And I worry about my husband. I worry about my husband. Mm. I worry about my husband. I just do. I just do. He's out driving a lot. Driving for the company he works for. And then he goes and visits friends a lot. He gets invited to parties. And I worry about him. I just worry about him. And he needs to spend a little more time with me. He hasn't been spending much time with me. Of course, I know he's been working a lot. He does work a lot. But, I don't know. He's just got me worrying about him. But anyway, the wind has been blowing and gusting quite a bit here the last few days. And it's gusting now. Blowing and gusting. Kind of scary. It's scary. I need to take another one of them. I will here in a little bit. And kind of chilly. Well, it's 76 degrees here in the house right now with a central air on. Last night I turned it off because it felt chilly in the house. And then I went to bed and the dogs, and we felt hot, so I got up and turned the fan on. And I don't remember what happened after that, if I came in here and turned this back on or what I did. I think I did. I think I came in here and set it on 77 and went back to bed and turned the fan off. I think I turned the fan off. I don't know. Who knows? Well, I don't know if there's anything else I can tell you about. I gotta scratch this psoriasis in my scalp. I can't help it. It tortures me until I scrape it out. Well, shoot. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is drink a small glass of milk, and go to bed early. And I miss my husband. Since we've been sleeping in separate bedrooms, I just don't see him near as often as much, when he gets home from work. He don't spend much time visiting with me before he goes in there and showers. He goes to bed, and for a couple hours or whatever, he'll lay there and he'll listen to music, or he'll watch stuff on his YouTube, and so I think he likes having that time to himself. And I reckon it's good for him. I know that's why I don't complain to him. Sometimes I tell him, I miss you, honey. Come sit down here and talk to me. It's like trying to scratch cement out of my skin. Well, I guess and I reckon I'm going to have to shut this down so I can take this here keto gummy and take a swig of milk and whatnot. Well, I got a shower took. I got clean. Got my hair clean and my skin clean. Feels good to be clean. Now I've got to find some clean sheets to put on the bed. Well, good night, y'all.